Yeah, so this is pretty much Aladdin. I mean, this isn't like Dumbo where they took they took the original movie and then like crammed that into the first 20 minutes or so and then did their own story after that. This is pretty much straightforward Aladdin with a few differences here and there, which I'll touch on. First off, like some of the songs are in a different order. For example, the song about Aladdin being a thief, gotta stay one step ahead. One step ahead of the bread line, one step ahead of the sword. That song, I mean, that actually comes after he encounters Jasmine in the Agrabah Bazaar. It's actually likewise the Riff Raff Street Rat song, or the melancholic Riff Raff Street Rat song, comes after that Jasmine encounter as well. In fact, Jasmine does not reveal herself to be the princess. He doesn't realize Jasmine's the princess until a little bit later in the film. Also, another little one. The genie actually gets a love interest in Jasmine's handmaiden, so that also works. They actually sort of, they pay their own little tribute in the fact that if you remember at the beginning of the original animated one, Robin Williams plays the shopkeep who tells the story. In this case, Will Smith plays a sailor who tells the story with a little bit of a rub that happens later, but I'll get to that. Well, maybe I won't. Also, they gave Jafar like a bit of a backstory. I actually like the live action Jafar more than the animated one. I think he came across a little more like authentic. I don't know how else to phrase that really. I mean, he's not so mincing. He's not lusting after Jasmine the whole time. In fact, sorry, the phone went off. Anyway, he's not lusting after Jasmine. I mean, there's a point where he does try to marry her, but it's more like, I'm doing this to humiliate the Sultan, not because I necessarily have the hots for the princess. But like I said, they gave him a bit of a backstory that he's also kind of this thief who did some jail time and yet somehow worked himself up to vizier. It's not exactly explained how or how he encountered the staff that he has. But after that, you get the same thing, the Cave of Wonders, the genie, the lamp, the musical numbers are all pretty much the same after that. There's a couple other added scenes, like there's a harvest festival that happens where Aladdin tries to impress Jasmine with a genie-assisted dance number, and that leads into the whole new world segment, and the whole new world segment is actually much, much shorter than it is in the original. Where in the original, they're all over, they're kind of going all over. They go to like ancient Greece and ancient Egypt, and I think they go to at least one other place. I want to say maybe China. In this case, they basically just got to go around the outskirts of Agrabah and then back. So yeah, I don't know why I guess they cheaped out on that a little bit, but overall the film's all right. Like the musical numbers a bit more like kind of a Broadway feel to them, not so much like where it does seem like everyone's kind of stopping and dancing and stuff like that. And there's also a little bit of an awkward scene where Jasmine gets like her own version of Let It Go, basically. It's when Jafar has possessed the lamp and he's wished himself to be a sorcerer, and he's telling he's wished himself to be Sultan. He's not a sorcerer yet. And she sings as she's being dragged away. That's when she bursts into this song, and it's enough to convince like the head of security to not follow Jafar, because even though he says he's the Sultan, he's not really the Sultan. And Jasmine actually works a different angle in this one too. Like it's not that she wants to marry out of love, although there's a little bit of that. Like she doesn't want to be viewed as a possession that is to be sold off. She wants to be Sultan. Instead of she doesn't want to be queen. She wants to do her own ruling, and she's trying to. That's why she goes out, tries to sneak out amongst the populace briefly, because she's trying to learn the ways and trying to so she can better manage the people. And there's actually some references to her late mother as well, and the reason why she's rarely allowed outside the palace because the Sultan is afraid that something would happen to her the way it happened to her mother. And her mother was from a different city-state, and Jafar's planning to go to war with this city-state for some reason. Like he keeps trying to acquire power. Iago is like, you know, the regulars like Iago and Abu and the Carpet are in here, but Iago is not like the wisecracking Gilbert Gottfried bird. He's just kind of, you know, he makes little quips here and there, but really he just serves to spread the plot. I think he's actually just called Parrot. He's not even called Iago. But yeah, like I said, overall the film is actually not that bad. I don't know if it's exactly the best substitute for the original. I mean, I admittedly I can't watch the original animated one anymore. I just get sad because I think about Robin Williams. So I mean, this worked. I mean, is it as good as that one? No, but it's more than serviceable. I'm going to give Aladdin a B.
Wednesday on the Mackenzies of Paradise Cove, Bridget learns the bare facts about modeling.
It'll fit some of me, but it won't fit enough of me.
Then,
I've never been so scared in my whole life.
Charlie's Angels are trapped in a house haunted by a very human madman. And Hal Linden takes a very funny look at the road to TV stardom with Alice, Linda Lavin, Bonnie Franklin, and Soap's Catherine Damon.
Wednesday, starting at 8, 7 Central and Mountain on ABC.
Okay, trailer time, and we actually have some new trailers. So yeah, we're finally getting through this cycle. So yeah, they're starting to kick in some new ones here. We've had a few retreads as well. So first one up is the Addams Family, the new animated Addams Family movie. That looks really good. It's the Addams Family. I mean, they even do the da 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 da. So that it looks really well done. After that, we had The Art of Racing in the Rain, which is another one of these stories about a dog. This isn't from A Dog's Purpose or Dog's Journey guy. This is about this one's from the one who did Marley and Me. Yeah, it probably has the same depressing ending that Marley and Me did. After that, we had Angry Birds 2 again, Dora and the Lost City of Gold again, Secret Life of Pets 2 again. We'll be seeing that in a couple of weeks. Godzilla King of the Monsters again, and then we have our last new trailer, which is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. I think that's what the sequel's called. And then we have Toy Story 4 to round things off. So yeah, next video after this is going to be the Brightburn review, and then the next movie after that is obviously going to be Godzilla King of the Monsters, and then Secret Life of Pets 2. And then in between that, we're going to have NXT TakeOver 25 and the Random Trade Review on Saga Volume 1. So, see you all next time. Hey guys, check out my Patreon and see how you can request a movie for me to review, even if it's some stinker like A Dog's Way Home or the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Also, if you like what you see, give the video a like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell.